right, welcome back to the long dead Entertainiacs channel. Resurrection is a perfect time for this time of year. It is October as we're recording this, but not Halloween yet. So maybe we can get something out, at least the first one of these, because we're planning on doing at least a multi-part series on our favorite games and memories associated with some of them.
Resurrection.
I'm Steven.
That's from one of the games. Yeah. I'm Chelsea.
Entertainiacs Resurrection, Entertainiacs Reloaded, Entertainiacs Recoded. We're hitting it.
Rekindled.
So
even
rekindled. I like that. So yeah, we've done some recordings like this in the past, but we're kind of count them out. They were on separate channels.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some overlap, but it's been several years since we've really hit a lot of this subject.
Yeah.
So we thought, hey, let's start fresh. I didn't even go back and listen to any of those. I didn't find any of those lists. So this is, I remember a little bit of it, but it's fresh, unassociated with those lists, other than that it's a similar topic.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've recorded. I'm even feeling a little nervous because it's been so long.
No, I know. That's why I'm kind of like talking a lot really fast at the moment. Just kind of get the info out there. Punch it.
Yeah, we overlapped a little there at the beginning, but
it's fine.
But yeah, we're doing our top 50 video games.
Ish.
Yeah, top 50-ish. We will probably be breaking these up into 10 game episodes, so 10 from Steven's list, 10 from my list.
Yeah, so I have a couple. We figured we have at least kind of like a little discussion topic at the beginning of a couple of these, whether it's just talking about the criterias of like the ordering, some memories associated with the games. I thought since this is the first time we're recording for a long time, I would hit it off with like, do you remember what your first like video game memory is?
Honestly, it's probably like in kindercare or something. You know, like having having the Super Nintendo out there.
Yeah.
Either that or my dad playing either Skies of Arcadia or it would have been Skies of Arcadia. Yeah. I've got a very early memory of him in the water temple in Skies of Arcadia, if you remember that part. And there's a part where you go down this hallway, and there are like 6 statues, and as you walk between the statues, you fight 2 of them. And Dad was a little underleveled, so that fight did not go very well, and it was very long. And at the end, he just goes, "Jeez!" And I'm like, "Yeah, Jesus!" And me not realizing that Jesus is not, in fact, a more exasperated version of Jeez, but was, in fact, taking the Lord's name in vain, he was like, "Hey, don't do that."
I'll tell you what, that's not what I expected out of first video game memory, but the Skies of Arcadia is.
Well, earlier than that was like watching the opening cutscene to Skies of Arcadia, and Dad was reading it to me because I was too young to read at that point, and just being like, "Man, Dyna's so cool." Dyne being Vice's dad, if you don't recall.
Yeah, I recognize the name. I couldn't remember, but yes, you and I actually went to the same kindercare.
Yeah.
A little offset. So like I had actually kind of forgotten about the SNES that was there.
Yeah.
They must have had a Genesis as well, because I remember playing Sonic and Sonic 2.
Oh yeah.
But I do remember playing like Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country 3 in particular.
Yeah.
Because I remember like going in the water with like Kiddy Kong and Dixie Kong.
Yeah, they did have 3, didn't they? I never played it, but they had it.
So that's definitely up there. I definitely remember we had an NES in fact I still have that very same NES when I was a kid. So I remember like my dad playing a little bit of Mario, Super Mario, and of all games, Roger Rabbit, which do not recommend, but I still also have that cartridge for nostalgia value.
Yeah.
So that plus like things like Lemmings
Yeah. This isn't like a super early memory. It was when I was like 5 or 6 or so. But I remember, oh boy, this is kind of embarrassing, but for my birthday, my mom got me a Game Boy Advance, and my aunt got me a game for it, being Super Mario Advance. And I opened the game first, and I started crying because I didn't have a Game Boy Advance to play it on.
Oh.
Like, I think back on it now, and, like, you know, hearing it, it's probably not that bad, but thinking back on it is like, man, I was such a spoiled child. You know?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's really not that bad. Like, there's an expectation, and
Yeah.
I had some of those moments too when I was a kid. Most of us do, I think.
Yeah. But also, thinking back on that, they chose for Super Mario Advance 1, Super Mario Brothers 2, the weird one. That's a weird choice.
The naming conventions on some of those were strange.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, Mario 2 is pretty good. It's weird. It's a different game, literally, but it's not bad.
Fun fact, did you know that Super Mario Brothers 2 was in fact Doki Doki Panic in the Japanese?
Fun fact, does everybody know that at this point?
Yeah, that's why it's a fun fact. So fun because everyone knows. Everybody knows it.
Okay. And then I just wanted to hit a fun fact. I don't know, fun fact is just the word of the day, I guess, or phrase of the day. The first video game memory I have with you, of all things, is switching memory card data on Super Smash Bros. Melee, so we would both have, like, all the characters.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I also remember...
Such a weird little moment.
I also remember, being the strange child I was, variously, fairly often erasing my Super Smash Bros. Melee memory so that I could just unlock all the characters again.
I mean, I get it. As a kid, you only have so many games. Like, you're looking for something to do over and over again. So unlocking the games feels like the characters feels like gratification at that point.
Yeah.
It was harder to do in that game. Whereas, like, modern Smash is just, you can do it certain ways, but also if you just play enough time, eventually everything gets unlocked if it's not already.
Yeah.
And there's something to that too, don't get me wrong. Like, let people play the characters. Like, it's... But...
Yeah.
There was the mystery and the wonder of it all back in the GameCube era. Because it was, like... It wasn't until, like, the Wii that internet really kind of took off with games.
Yeah. Also, I remember one time in Smash, I just put it to stock, 99 stock, and just played for like an hour.
We've all done it. Okay, well, now we've kind of bridged the topic. Shall we kind of get into our lists?
Sure. Do you want to start, or should I start?
I think I've got a couple extras, so why don't I hit a couple that are semi-meaningless to me, but, like, are games I'd like to look back into, or just haven't, like, put a lot of time into.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with 2 games that I remember watching my dad play that just have this kind of wonderment about them. They are for the PC long ago, early 90s, or mid 90s maybe.
Yeah.
One is called Seventh Guest, which I think is just some, like, spooky themed puzzle game. I remember almost nothing about it except, like, the cursor.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, an arrow is, like, a finger, like, beckoning you to, like, follow it, or, like, pointing toward things. So it was just kind of this, like, creepy ambient game that I can't tell you what a single puzzle in that game is, but it has stuck with me for a very long time.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of it.
Yeah.
I believe it is like a point-and-click adventure puzzle game, so yeah. You're definitely not crazy for that.
And then the other one in the same vein is The Lost Mind of Dr. Brain, which I thought was so charming when I was a kid, because, like, it's another puzzle game, as many of these, like, early PC games were. But, like, it's all, like, the scientist has, like, transferred his brain into a rat, And so the puzzles are going into like the music part of your brain, the math part of your brain, the word part of your brain to like solve these puzzles and like get them out of the mouse and into the back into Dr. Brain. And I'll tell you what, I actually looked this game up the other day. It looks bad. But I mean like in the like this was made in like 1994 kind of bad. Like it's not their fault. They did their best.
Yeah. That one I haven't heard of.
It was at least a short series. I know there was at least one more game. I think there might have been a couple. So, and then do you have 50 games listed? Is that where your cutoff is?
Yeah, my cutoff is 50. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit one more, and we can kind of jump back and forth from there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, even though these are favorites, I want to remind everybody these two are games that I've only played a little bit of, so I can't put in a definitive opinion about. I think they're probably really good. I have not played much of them, so they're just kind of like sitting at the bottom, honorable mention. I've had fun from what I've played, but have not played a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Super Mario RPG and Mario and Luigi Bowser Inside Story. I've played a little bit of both, have had fun, but just never sat and played enough of it to develop like a strong opinion of either. Like I never got to like Geno in Super Mario RPG, which is like what everybody like talks about is like how cool Geno is and things like that.
Yeah.
But I love the art style. I love that era of RPG and Mario and Luigi Bowser Inside Story, like the Mario RPG series. I know it's not quite the same, but I thought I'd lump it in with it because it's a similar kind of vibe.
Yeah, Mario RPG I've never played. I have an old friend who that was his favorite game. So I've always been meaning to play it, and also like I just really love older Mario RPGs, and that one's just straight up called Mario RPG, so...
Yeah. Crazy thing is, I have a physical copy of it and the SNES copy of it. Or the SNES Classic copy of it.
Yeah.
So I can easily play this game, and now it's even easier because they released a Switch version of it now, too.
Oh, did they?
And I have... Yeah, they made a remake of it.
Right, the remake, yeah.
So it's super easy to play now.
Mm-hmm.
Have not played it. At least not more than like a couple hours, which in RPG time is like nothing.
Yeah, I also really like the music I've heard from it. And I don't know if you remember Super Mario Bros. Z, but some villains in that were from Mario RPG, so that was always kind of a mystique for me.
Yeah. All right, Chelsea, what is your number 50?
My 50 is Mario Superstar Baseball.
I thought about putting this somewhere on my list. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I thought you might laugh at that one. But I had a lot of fun with this game, you know? Like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, whether with you or just on my own, you know, it was one of those games where I played enough to actually get good at it, and it was like one of the earliest games where I was like, yeah, I will play the hard mode, because I've gotten good enough at it, and I enjoy the challenge, you know, rather than just breezing through it and being okay with that, you know?
Spoiler alert, there is not a single Mario sports game on my list anywhere. Let alone, I think, a sports game on my list anywhere.
Oh, really? Because I was going to guess your number one was Mario Toadstool Tour.
Oh, gotta love that. The only, like, sports game I could even think of that I've had fun with that I would put on here, I can think of two. Well, I mean, I've had fun with a few. Like, the GameCube Mario Tennis I had fun with.
Mm-hmm.
The first Mario Strikers I had fun with.
Yeah, I never played Strikers.
And Rocket League I've had fun with.
Ooh, Rocket League, yeah.
None of which I was like, that's going on my list, like, you know?
Yeah.
So number 50 for you makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna say we didn't have fun playing that.
Oh no!
Just, like thinking about putting that anywhere on my list is very funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's number 50, so as soon as I play something else that I really like, that's going. You know,
it's gone.
It's the first on the firing block.
Okay. My number 50 is, and I'm really hoping I have the numbering right here. Final Fantasy IV. Specifically, the one I played was on the PS1. I've heard that the SNES one, which I think is Final Fantasy II on NES, is janky. There's like a part that is like broken in that game.
Yeah.
But I think it was fixed for different versions. So this is
very
low on my list because I have not played the whole thing. But it is one of the only Final Fantasies that I've played a significant amount of. I liked the characters, I liked the art design. I just kind of liked, like it's still in like the turn-based, but there's a little bit of maneuvering speeds and stuff to where there's like a countdown on some of the stuff, so it starts to get a little into like action RPG of its time. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say about it. I just think it was neat, and the kind of RPG I like to play in that vein.
Yeah, I have a confession. I've never really been able to get that into any Final Fantasy.
That's fair. I think I only have one more on my list anywhere, so...
Yeah. Like, I liked 6 and 7 well enough.
Yeah.
But, like, as soon as I ran into, like, any difficulty in 6, I kind of just dropped it. And 7, like, the lack of direction in, like, the latter part of the game, I was like, okay, I have to look up where to go. This is annoying. I give up,
I get it. I have actually played a semi-significant amount of 7, but it does not make my list.
Yeah, I did really like 7's characters, though, so...
Yeah, 7's cool, and I think if it's, like, in somebody's top 10, I totally get it. And I think it's still turn-based for the most part, so, like...
Yeah, active time battle.
I think it just kind of hits a weird point. I haven't played the remakes at all. That PS1 blocky jankiness, like, I feel like the graphics are good for the time. But it's a little strange. Again, story and character, I think it's super cool. It's just not quite my style. I would like to play Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah, I hear that one's really good. But I don't know what it is about Final Fantasy. Just the general vibe of it, it doesn't go with me.
Yeah, it's fair. 100% fair. Like, I think I grew up seeing enough of it that I needed to, like...
Yeah.
I need to experience it for myself a few times, and I've enjoyed typically what I've played, which again, not a lot, but it has its place on my list.
Yeah. Number 49 for me is SSX3, which is a snowboarding game. This is another kind of early video gaming memory for me, though not so early. When I went to a certain place for the first time, and met my stepbrothers. We'd been playing Sonic Adventure 2, particularly the like snowboarding levels, and we were having fun with that. And one of them said, "You know what we should get? We should get like a proper snowboarding game." So when we went out to GameStop, we picked up SSX3, and it turned out to be a really good snowboarding game, actually. Like there's a bunch of different characters that all have their own interactions and loading screens, and the game just feels kind of very immersive because rather than interacting with everything with menus, you like go down the slopes and, oh, here's the race, or here's the challenge, and you like ride into those rather than just selecting them on a menu. Like you can select them on a menu for more quick access, but I always found it more fun to just ride down the mountain and go into them manually,
Yeah.
It's also got a great soundtrack. I found some cool bands there that I don't really care for anymore because it was like the 2000s, so it was a lot of new metal and emo, and I'm not as into that anymore.
Yeah, I can still get down behind some emo music, but
Yeah,
I feel
Yellow
like I'm
Card.
actually more into. I feel like I'm more into it now than I was when I was actually like surrounded by it. Funny enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not as into it anymore because I was a little too into it as a kid, and so it just brings back bad feelings.
Fair enough. I get it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my
Um,
49.
and my 49 is Super Mario Odyssey. It's another game I just haven't played a lot. The bits I've had, like, have played were fun, but not enough for me to have a lot of lasting memories. I would like to go back and play. Who doesn't love seeing a Mario hat on a T-Rex with a mustache and
Yeah.
rampaging a bit? But I know that's only like some of the game. I've had fun with what I've played. I just haven't played a lot and would like to go back and play some more at some point.
Yeah, I never had a Switch, so but also like another thing that stopped me from playing that one is I just don't care for 3D Mario, you know?
You're gonna see some 3D Mario pop back up on my list.
Well, then I disagree with your list. How about
Well,
that?
fair enough. My heart is broken, and I think we have to stop being friends. It's been a good 30 years. But this has been this has been the tipping point.
I'm sorry, but 3D Mario has come between us.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that, so if you want to hit your 48.
My number 48, and this game would probably be a lot higher if I had a chance to play it like properly, is Shining Soul 2.
I have heard of this. I think yeah.
Yeah, probably from me talking about it. And by properly, I mean with like 4 players rather than 1 player. Because this is a really cool little action RPG that plays a lot like 2D Zelda, but you can level up your character and such, and it's all about combat, and the characters play a little bit differently, and you can charge up attacks and such. Oh yeah,
Is
and
it kind of like Chrono Trigger?
Not really. Like it's
Okay.
like I said, it's like 2D Zelda in how you control it and play. So you know, like act like real time fighting rather than turn based. It's a very
I'm thinking of Secrets of Mana, not Chrono Trigger.
yeah, probably closer to that then. Yeah, I haven't played the original of that one either. I've seen the remakes and they look cool, but yeah, Shining Soul 2 is a game that I really wish I could have played with more people. It's got a lot of really cool stuff to it, but you know, you could never play a healer in 1 player. You know, you're just gonna be stuck. And doing it 1 player also just means that you have to grind a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my 48.
Right. My 48 is the Resident Evil 2 remake on PS4. It's cool. It's dark. It's got good controls. I have not played a lot of it, so I don't have a full opinion of it. But I've seen some gameplay, and like I would say I've seen most of the game in like just playthroughs and stuff. And it just seems like a really good quality dark horror shooter.
Yeah.
So from what I've played, like I think it deserves a spot on my list. I just can't justify putting it higher.
Yeah. You'll never catch a horror game on my list. That's a joke for later.
Oh my god. She got me. She got me.
My 47 I think you're going to be excited about.
Oh, here we go.
It's Rampart.
Hey! Rampart shows up on my list at some point.
Yeah, so maybe we'll talk about it a little more then, but you know, finding that game on that arcade collection on the GameCube, you know, that was a big surprise. You know, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. yeah, just obviously, if it weren't the fact that I played it with you and Isaac, and the fact that we kind of developed our own little meta and everything, this would not be here, I don't think. But it's a
Probably
really
not,
fun
but
game.
it's a valid, like, any reason to be on the list is a valid reason.
Oh, absolutely. I should also point out that some of the games on this list are going to be taken into account with mods.
Sure.
I just wanted to point that out before we get there, but yeah, that is not this.
For sure. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about Rampart later, I believe. But yeah, it is actually quite a bit higher on my list. Like, not top 10, but it's up there.
Well, you were the best at it and a sore winner, so...
I was, in fact, a sore winner. All right, my number 47 is Dark Souls on Switch. I did play this with a GameCube controller, so it did have some extra triggers. Because my GameCube controller like doubled as a Pro controller, so it was like a good setup. It was a good feel. I liked what I played. It was very hard, which is a hard thing for me to get into.
Yeah.
But not impossible. It has to be the right kind of hard to be the right kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dark Souls would be. I just did not put a lot of time into it before I had to give the game back to the person who lent it to me.
Okay.
So it's fun from what I've played. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know you played Dark Souls. That's exciting. You know, I love Dark Souls.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
Yeah, I would have loved to have, back in the day when we were still around each other, to do like a series on Dark Souls where I like direct you and screw with you.
Honestly, like, if we can ever find a way to make that happen, we probably should.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I am pretty blind to Dark Souls overall. I just know it's a really good game. I know, like, that I could have a lot of fun with it from what I've played. I just have not had a lot of fun with it. To this point.
All right, so number 46 for me is Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
Okay, I figured this was going to be on your list. I was not sure where.
Yeah, it's a really fun Mario RPG. I believe it's the only Mario & Luigi game I've ever beaten. But, just not for the previous two being too hard, just kind of losing interests at around the mid-game, you know? This is the only one that kept my interest the whole way through, and I think a large part of that is the playable Bowser, and just how fun he is, and how different he is to the bros, and it's a really fun game.
Yeah, no, I definitely put some time into it. I think I mentioned to you at some point, typically I'm not a huge fan of like action RPGs.
Yeah.
I really like the mechanics of this game, but after a while it kind of like slowed on me.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like, the people who love this game, I totally get. And I'm enjoying like the quirkiness of it. I am even enjoying the gameplay of it. I just kind of want to go play something else now.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I did beat this game like twice, I think. Did you ever get to the giant Bowser sections?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you'd remember because they're a little awkward, you know?
Okay, I don't think I have
you
that.
you turn the DS sideways, and Bowser's on the left screen, and the enemy's on the right screen, and you have to do everything with touch controls. It's awkward, but it's kind of cute.
Yeah, definitely have not done that because I think I would have screamed. But that does sound fun, like in its own right.
Yeah. Anyways, what's your 46?
In the vein of Dark Souls, Bloodborne. Basically, same story. I have played a little bit of it. Can tell it's super fun. Can tell it's very hard. The reason it's a little bit higher than Dark Souls for me is the aesthetic of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved just like the look and gothic horror of that game versus like the medieval style fantasy horror of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
That's purely just like a visual thing for me of why I get just a little bit more enjoyment out of it. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I would have a very similar experience with the game overall. I just have not played that much of it, so I can't really give a full thought process on it.
Yeah.
That's
So,
pretty much all I have to say about Bloodborne. If you got something to say, like,
oh no, Bloodborne is great, and I understand why people like it better than Dark Souls. The whole, uh, I like the whole thing for Dark Souls to me is just like the Estus flask makes it so much more fun for me for some reason. You know, like having limited heals in Bloodborne, and so you have to farm heals when you run out. It's annoying to me, and it kind of dragged the game off my list.
yeah, fair enough.
And I do also prefer the medieval aesthetic myself. So
Totally get it. I just like I've watched so much like classic horror,
mm-hmm.
which is my preference on horror because it's more vibe.
Yeah,
Like there's really bad versions of it, but like watching like Nosferatu or like
mm-hmm.
1931 Dracula, like Frankenstein from 1931, like it hits me right in the itchy part of the brain.
Yeah.
But that was my 46, yeah?
Yep. My 45. You know how I said I don't care for 3D Mario?
Yes.
Well, I don't care for 3D Zelda either, because this is Link to the Past as the only Zelda game that's going to appear on this list.
I have 2 Zelda games on my list that appear later. Link to the Past, that's the SNES, yeah?
Yeah, that's the SNES one.
That's a good
and
one.
it's really fun. You know, I went into it being like, well, this is a classic, and I don't care for 3D Zelda, so maybe 2D Zelda will be more my speed, and I did enjoy the first one. So, yeah, I really enjoyed A Link to the Past. I believe it's the first game I ever 100%ed, in fact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever play... This doesn't appear on my list later. Did you ever play Link Between Worlds?
I did not, no. I never got the chance.
I really liked it because I liked the mechanic of like clinging to walls and things like that.
Yeah.
Because it took your 2D environment to even more 2D environment and back out, and it just did it very seamlessly and very well. I did not beat it. I did not get very far, but I've enjoyed what I've played. So I have not played a lot of Link to the Past, so I have that as my kind of comparison. And I have played like the original Zelda. Isaac and I beat that on this channel actually, although I don't know if all the episodes ever went up.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to look at that at some point. It's in our Vidiot series.
Yeah.
I know we have it all recorded.
Yeah. Yeah, I know 2D Zelda isn't too much about the plot, but I did get the ending spoiled for me, unfortunately. So, for A Link Between Worlds.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the original Zelda, where, spoilers, Link beats Ganon.
Oh, come on, man. Unless he doesn't, because you suck.
Yeah, you can very easily suck in that game.
Yeah.
I got mad a few times. I'm like, this sucks! These Dark Nuts suck! I hate this! I was like, Isaac sitting next to me, like watching me, like, rage out.
So, yeah, that's my 45.
45 for me is God of War for PS4. Fun. Love the Norse mythology aspect of it. Did not get very far. Would love to get further. Just don't sit down and play my PS4 very often.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
We're gonna start getting out of this pattern shortly, but we've got at least one more on this list. That'll have the same kind of story, but I at least have more to say about the next one. But no, like the mechanics of like throwing that axe and like it like teleporting back to you, like it feels really good. It just like, and especially considering I don't really like the original God of War. It's that beat 'em up style with the quick time events. Like, it was, that's just what was popular at that moment in time. And for it to like jump to like this kind of gameplay where like it feels like good action. Like it's good. I have not even touched its sequel. I don't even know if it's on PS4. It might only be on PS5, in which case I'll probably never touch the sequel. Because I got PS4 for a couple things in particular and didn't really do a lot with it after that, so my PS4 is now a Blu-ray player. But at least it's hooked up, so if I want to play these PS4 games, like, I can.
I never really had any interest in that game. I tried the original God of War and did not care for it. I was really into Devil May Cry at the time, and I was like, oh hey, this should be similar, right? And it just does not feel nearly as good. And I even
it just
found
doesn't come together.
I even found an interview from the time where it's like, yeah, it's not Devil May Cry. Like the developer saying that and being like, yeah, it's not. I also really didn't like. I also really
love
didn't.
Greek mythology.
Sorry, I was just saying that I also didn't like Kratos' character in that game.
Yeah, I think it's a lot cooler in the PS4 one. It's still very stoic, but like he obviously has this like paternal instinct and needing to protect, so it adds this layer of like more than just like thrash and smash of the original. Anyway, are you 44?
It's my turn, isn't it?
Yes.
Number 44 for me is Mortal Kombat 9, which was the first fighting game I ever like really got into. I played.
I have a feeling a couple fighting games are going to end up on your list.
Yeah, there's like 3. But I got into it because the story mode was really cool. Scorpion is such an interesting character, and oh god, what was his voice actor in this one? He does a lot of anime voices. I can't remember his name at the moment, but like with the voice filter, he sounded really cool in this game. I played, I beat the story and was like, I just want to play more, so I did all the challenge content, and after that I was like, I'm still not done, and I actually started playing other people online, and that was a first for me, The proportions in this one were a little more cartoony, and the blood was a little more over the top, so it made the fatalities a lot more fun. After this point, the characters are way too realistic, and the gore is way too realistic, and it actually is like traumatizing developers who work on it. So I can't really get behind that, Mortal Kombat 9 was really fun, even if it's not like the best fighting game. It had a very interesting competitive scene too, which I never got into. Obviously, I'm not that good at fighting games, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to play.
Spoiler alert: there's not a single fighting game on my list. please go watch our. Was it Street Fighter 3?
Yeah,
4?
Third Strike. Street Fighter 3.
Yeah, go watch that on this channel. I think still under the Raskin Dabble moniker. To get my opinion on fighting games.
Yeah. But you almost won one.
I almost won one. Number 44 is the last one I can say that I have not played a lot of, although this one is almost more of like a respect and interest in the game than it is in me playing the game. Because I've seen a lot, and it's always on lists. It's always like really interesting until I play it.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Kingdom Hearts. I have seen so much of this game. I love everything about it except for playing it.
That's fair. You know, if you're not into action RPGs, and this one leans more towards action, you know.
Yeah, I honestly think I would have more fun playing like Kingdom Hearts 2 in terms of like gameplay, but I can't get myself to start at part 2.
Yeah.
So I've seen so much about this game. I love the look of it. I love the Final Fantasy characters in it. I love all the Disney stuff in it. I have always been a huge Disney person. My wife and I are, particularly our wedding reception was very Disney themed. We had like Disney themed like table toppers, and would play some like Disney music amongst other dance music. We walked down the aisle to a flautist playing some Disney songs. It's just a huge part of my identity and personality that every time, like, seeing it crossed over with Final Fantasy is crazy. We've mentioned it in videos in the past, but like I still remember seeing the ads for it and hearing the song and being like, that sounds like the coolest thing ever to exist in the history of actually anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is, to the point where like I truly love Kingdom Hearts. It is awesome. I hate playing it. But yeah, I'm actually like watching a playthrough of it right now, and it's fun to like see it more in depth. The creator puts in a lot of thought and a lot of history between the Final Fantasy stuff and the Disney stuff, and the like ideal ways to like build your characters and things like that. And it's done in a really interesting way that I've really been enjoying. Problem is, I only get about 20 to 30 minutes a day. So I tend to like let it sit for a couple days so I can watch at least an hour of it at a time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 44.
You know who plays Sephiroth in that game?
I don't actually.
Lance Bass from NSYNC, or was it the Backstreet Boys? I forget where he's from, but
I think Lance Bass was in sync. But is that true?
It's true, yeah.
I did not know that. I know David Boreanaz, who plays Angel in Buffy and Angel, voices Leon in that game, which is interesting. He's not a great voice actor. He's okay, but like, it's funny hearing all these, like, especially on like the Disney side of things, like all the voice actors are killing it because that's their job.
Yeah.
David Boreanaz is a actor, and he does a good job when he's like in front of the camera. He does okay behind the microphone. Like, just okay. It's a different skill set. Like, it's similar, but it's different.
Yeah. Some people in that game gave it their all. Oh god, I'm so bad with names today. Guy from Titanic who played the villain. Billy Zane. Billy Zane is the villain. Billy Zane is the villain, and he is fantastic in Kingdom Hearts 1. He never reprised his role, unfortunately. Like, he was so good. And then Brian Blessed is kind of like, what is this? You know? For Clayton.
Yeah. But then you get, like, the Disney voice actors who, it's, like, literally their job. Like,
yeah.
Even though Hades' character model is really bad in that game, James Wood is fantastic as the role, as always.
Yeah.
You just get stuff like that. It's like, can't really complain.
Yeah, in Kingdom Hearts 2, Christopher Lee plays a character, and he says some stupid stuff in his amazing voice.
To be fair, that's been his entire career.
I thought his career was that stupid, I'm not saying that.
Have you seen The Howling 2?
I have not. But
Everything
I remember,
in that movie is really bad.
Yeah, I remember hearing that in several Dracula movies, he disliked the dialogue so much that he just refused to speak.
I have heard that too. Dracula definitely gets to be a more silent antagonist in the later movies.
Yeah. Anyways, my what are we at? 43?
43?
Yeah. So 43 for me is Super Mario Brothers 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite 2D Mario game. I love all the different power-ups. You know, I love the frog suit, which never really came back. The Tanuki suit is fun. You know, just Super Mario
Got
World
the
is
Hammer
also
Bros
great.
suit in there.
Yeah, the Hammer Brothers suit is cool. Super Mario World is also great, but I always get lost in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, I don't care for Mario World's final boss, which is kind of funny considering something else that's up here on further up on the list, but we'll get there when we get there.
I don't even remember the final boss for Mario 3.
It was the one where Bowser like ground pounds and you have to get him to ground pound on the bricks until he falls through the stage.
Yes. I was like, I remember the one from World. I don't have an issue with that one in particular, but I could see it not being somebody's favorite for sure.
Yeah. 43.
43. And this is probably my last one that it's like I have this on my list for one part and pretty much one part only.
Mm-hmm.
We got Sonic Adventure 2, baby.
Oh.
We got the opening scene, amazing, one of my favorite gaming like settings, like, and just gameplay moments of all time. Woo! City Escape, one of the best intro levels of gaming of all time. I wish the rest of the game was as fun.
Yeah.
Love the idea of the Chow Gardens. So I am talking in particular about like the GameCube version. So I guess it's Sonic Adventure 2 Battle would be the proper. Shadow was cool and angsty, but his levels weren't as good as City Escape. The intro song, one of the best like video game songs of all time, is I just cannot say enough good about that intro level.
Yeah.
I cannot say much good about the rest of the game personally. We're counting down.
So what you're saying is you wish you'd be set free from the rest of the game. I don't know.
No. Let him cook. Let her cook.
So my number 42. My number 42 is Halo 2.
Okay. I have some Halos up higher, but I thought about putting Halo 2 on my list somewhere.
Yeah, Halo 2 has some really fun campaign levels. I never really finished it. You know, I'm not as fond of the Halo games with the Flood in it. You know, the Flood is just kind of annoying to me. But, you know, of course, playing Halo 2 with you and Isaac is always a lot of fun.
What? Can you tell me what you saw? What do you see? Do you see lasers?
I do see lasers. Sorry, I thought you were talking to your daughter there again for a second.
No, she is having her own little time off on the side. I don't know if you can hear her or not.
A little bit.
Okay. But no, like Halo 2 is fun. It is like Halo 2, 3, and 4, like that era, Reach and ODST are all the ones that I've actually like played through the campaigns.
Yeah.
Funny enough, never played through the campaign of Halo 1.
Mm-hmm.
At least not much of it. But I think it's just because like I started with Halo 2 and not being able to dual wield was like, oh man, it's hard to get into the rest of this.
Yeah.
Just because stepping backwards was hard, not because like the quality was low or anything.
Funnily enough, Reach doesn't have dual wielding either.
I think that's true. Yeah, you're right, but like I feel like enough mechanics were updated that it didn't bother me too much at that point.
Yeah.
But no, Halo 2 is a solid pick. It does not make my list, but I definitely had a lot of fun playing that one.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. some fun memories from Halo 2 include, you killed me and you just start freaking out like going, oh god, I killed a man. as well as Isaac's legendary, it's not cheating if you know how to use it.
Classic screen peeking.
Yeah.
That's something that we just don't get very much anymore, is like local co-op.
No. There is, like, several years ago, there was actually a really cool game called Screen Peek, where you and your opponent is split screen. It's an online game, but it is still split screen. But the catch is that you're both invisible, so you have to screen peek in order to know where your opponent even is.
I think I remember that a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept for a game, I think. Which is why it's my number 41 now.
Especially because I think, I guess that was your 42, huh?
Yeah, that was my 42.
All right, my 42 is 3 games.
Oh boy.
2 of them are exactly the same, and one of them fits the vibe of what I was going for the other 2, so I just lumped it all in.
Okay.
We got Pokemon Stadium 1, 2, and Pokemon Puzzle League for Nintendo 64. The reason I love Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 so much is because... This is not an appropriate topic for... Anyway. Pokemon Stadium 1, 2... the reason I love those games so much is definitely because of the mini games involved. You can sit and play those for eternity. This child. Okay. Okay, come on. Anyway, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 have great video game mechanics. You can look at a Pokemon from your Game Boy and put them on the big screen. Graphics higher than the resolution of your Game Boy Color. No, but like it was really fun to be able to just like play these random mini games that meant absolutely nothing. I probably put more time into those mini games than I do to most Mario Party games.
Yeah, because I was like, hold on, Stadium 1 and 2 and Puzzle League. But that makes a little more sense.
Puzzle League doesn't really make sense in that grouping until you're thinking like, oh, mini games. Oh, Puzzle League is like basically just is it Tetris Attack? I think it is, or Tetris 2 or something. Mm-hmm. But it's with a big old Pokemon skin and annoying voices on top of it that you can't help but love.
Yeah.
It has custom animation at the beginning that is like from the Pokemon Animation Studios. They're fun. Like, I don't have a lot to say about them, but like it was novel at the time. Mm-hmm. I don't give a crap about like the Pokemon Coliseum they put on the Wii. I think it had a competitive scene to it because it was an easy way to put your Pokemon in a battle system online. But it didn't have the mini games, so it was trash.
I believe that one was called Battle Revolution or something.
You're right. Coliseum and XD were on the GameCube. Those were different games.
Yeah.
Those are okay, but not on my list.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot else to say about that. That took a lot longer than it was supposed to, but you won't notice once it's edited down, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I'll edit it down. So,
we're counting down!
So, 41 is where the real serious list starts for me.
I would say that's kind of true for mine as well.
Yeah, so, like, some of these games are only so low because competition from here on is fierce, you know?
I've got a few more before I hit that point, but it's at least we're kind of hitting the point where I can kind of hit more.
Yeah, which is why number 41 is Star Wars Battlefront 2, the old one.
It's a lot higher on my list, but go on.
Yeah, of course. I'm not surprised, but
love that game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I just prefer single player games generally.
Sure.
But that's not to say that this doesn't have a fantastic single player mode. Galactic Conquest is so much fun.
I wish it was a little bit more like competitive.
Yeah.
like more strategic. It is just kind of like move your ship. That's where you go. There's not a lot of like blocking your enemy or anything. I think they could have gone
Yeah.
really far with it.
Hmm.
But it is fun.
Yeah. I'm not as fond of the space battles though.
No, that's the weak point.
Yeah.
When I play the space battles, I literally just like land in the opponent's bunker and do like ground mission from the inside their ship.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of good
I
memories.
make my own fun.
Yeah. A lot of good memories too with this one, especially with you. In fact, some of that was even captured on video, like the Tauntaun who was going to take on the Empire.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, no, it's a lot higher on my list, but it just that game also just kind of scratches the itch for me. I'll talk about it more. So if you've got any more like memories with it that you want to bring up,
Not really. I'm sure on another day this would be a lot higher, but today it's here.
My number 41 is most Pokemon games. We're talking
they're
like
so different.
Basically like Platinum, Black 2 and White 2, Scarlet and Violet, X and Y, stuff like that. Like I've played except for Dishonorable Mention into Sun and Moon. Do not like that game. Bad game. Ugh. Bad. You do a bad job. But most of the other ones are just like, yeah, I'm collecting some Pokemon. I'm having some fun. I'm battling. Like, I couldn't tell you what happens in most of them, but I had a good time playing it and moved on.
No, yeah, I really liked Black and White. That one actually had a little bit of a fun plot going on, and had the guts to say no old Pokemon, all new ones.
Yeah, which was a risk at the time that for them did not pay off then, but people like it now.
Yeah. I really liked Bianca in that one, which is weird to say about a Pokemon game that you like a character,
Fair.
But, yeah, other than...
I don't even know who Bianca is.
She's the girl with the green hat who is kind of your rival, but like Sharon. But
oh yes, okay.
But yeah. Other than that, I also was very fond of Gen 2. Of course, that's my favorite generation. The Heart Gold and Soul Silver were very good, though I typically prefer Crystal myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very nostalgic. But yeah, Pokemon's not really on my list.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It honestly, like, had I had more variety of games I've played and enjoyed over the years, Pokemon probably wouldn't be a big showing on my list. But it creeps its way up the list here and there. I think every section of 10 has some Pokemon game in it.
Yeah.
Except for maybe my top 10. One got close, but I don't think it cracked it. But yeah, now we're going to be starting to get into our top 40 at this point.
Yeah, shall we do that in another video?
I think so. Alright, so we are probably going to hit the next 40 through 39 through something. Chelsea, 31. Do math for me. Chelsea, do math for me. Numbers just totally... I have numbers literally in front of me and I can't read them. Do you smell burnt toast?
No, but my arm hurts.
But that's all for today. We will catch you for more video game fun shenanigans in the next one. I'm Steven.
I'm Chelsea.
Signing out. Or something.